Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. This is going to be your ultimate guide to completing the Cayo Perico heist as quickly as possible as a solo player. I'll be showing you the easiest way to complete both the prep work and the heist itself all within 1 hour. To start the heist and complete everything as quickly as possible, you'll want to visit Warstock and buy the Cayo with the Sparrow upgrade for around $4 million and the Phantom Wedge semi-truck for $2.5 million. Now I know that sounds like a lot of money, but don't worry, you'll make all of it back very quickly. So getting straight into it, register as a CEO and come to the main planning screen to pay the 100k setup cost to activate the heist. The first thing to start is the gathering intel stage, and once you have started it, come over to this corner to teleport the Cayo to the closest spawn location near the smuggler's plane. Now head to the moon pool area to fly your Sparrow over there. Once you've taken everyone out and stolen the plane, put the landing gear back up to fly faster and go to a high altitude to gain a small speed boost. Once you land the plane, get on the motorcycle next to you and drive on the hill to the right. Keep driving straight until you're clear of the guards on the left. Then drive across both the dirt roads until you get to this location. From here, you should have enough of a run up to drive straight over the hill in front of you without alerting the watchtower. Now keep left and drive straight until you get to the plantation. From here, keep to the right and make your way towards the communication tower, but just be wary of patrolling guards on the road. As you get closer to the tower, jump off your bike to avoid alerting the guard. If there is a guard at the bottom, this means the signal box is at the top, and if there isn't, then it's at the bottom. To complete the hack, all you need to do is use the numbers on the left and the symbols on the right to add to the number at the top. So this time around, I did 9 times by 2 to get 18, 7 times by 1 to add on 7, and 2 times by 1 to add on 2, giving a total of 27. Once the hack is finished, go to the Sightseer app to tap into the CCTV and skip to the basement camera to find the main loot. And for this method, we don't even need to look at the secondary loot because I'll be showing you how to fill your loot bag completely. All you need to do now is jump off the tower and terminate your existence so you can respawn at the airport to head back to Los Santos. Now we'll be moving on to the equipment preparation, so teleport your Cayo to Vespucci Beach to save some time as most of the missions are in the city. Go to approach vehicles and select the Longfin as it's the quickest way to get around the island. Using your Sparrow, fly over to the police station, take out the police and then blow yourself up to remove your wanted level. Now call your Phantom Wedge and attach it to the trailer to take it back to the docks. Now go to Service Vehicles, Cayo and Return Options to return your Sparrow back to the submarine. Then wait 2 minutes so you can call it again. Now fly back to the Cayo and when hovering over it, press right on the D-pad to store it back in the moon pool. The next setup on the list is the weapon loadout. So select the Aggressor class and use the Sparrow to land on the roof of whichever location it gives you. Now simply take out the guards and interact with the gun locker on the wall. It will now ask you to complete the hack on the laptop. For this one, I would recommend only trying to find the first and second number as the rest should match up. After this, you can take the guns and exit to the roof. Don't panic once you see the helicopters outside, as you can easily fly away from them in your Sparrow. The next setup mission is the plasma cutter, so fly over to the safe house, and to make this super quick, just take a few steps forward and then take a picture to send to Pavel. After a few seconds, he'll send you an updated location for the cutter. So simply take out the guards and swipe the cutter to take back to the Cayo. Next up is the cutting torch, so fly over to the construction site, and at this point some YouTubers will tell you to find a hard hat to disguise yourself, but I think it's just easier to use the unholy hellbringer to take the security out, and then you can just look around to find the toolboxes with the green arrow above them, until you can find the cutter and deliver it back to the Cayo. The final setup mission is the Fingerprint Cloner. Just fly your Sparrow over to the warehouse, ignore the cameras, and simply take out the guards and head over to the laptop to complete the hack. This one is super simple as all you have to do is spell out a word by pressing each letter as it enters the line. I would recommend doing this one letter at a time to keep things simple. Once finished, fly over to the archive and again, don't worry about being spotted by the cameras. Now just run straight to the 2 back tables to find the device. Now fly back to the Cayo and you'll be ready to start the heist. Select the finale and then set the Longfin as the approach vehicle, the north dock as the infiltration point, the compound entry point as the drainage tunnel, the escape point as the airstrip even though we won't be using it, and the time of day today. Then simply press continue and ready up. As soon as the cutscene ends, drive over to this location and park your boat on the edge of the water. Now sneak around the hangar to take out the guard. Then go inside the hangar and use the cutting torch to steal the loot at the bottom. Then use the forklift truck to pick up the crate by pushing up on the left stick and place it over here. Climb over on top of the forklift truck and also the crate to climb into the top section. Use the cutting torch again and steal some more loot. If your loot bag still isn't full, head across the airstrip, climb on top of the roof of this building and take out the guard and the CCTV. Then drop down and go into the storage hut to steal some more loot. Now head back to the boat and make your way to the drainage tunnel over here. Now simply dive down to get to the tunnel, press left on the D-pad to use a rebreather, and to cut through the grate as quickly as possible, just do a simple left to right motion twice in a row to cut through it like butter. Once you're in the compound, follow this exact route to go undetected. Head up these stairs, turn left and follow the pathway. Then hug the wall in front of you to avoid the guard's cones of vision, and you should see 2 palm trees at the end. Head towards them and climb the railing behind them. And keep walking forward towards the bottom of the stairs, but also keep an eye out for the patrolling guard. Wait until he's at the end of the passage, then run to the left and walk behind the guard around the corner. Take cover behind this wall until the guard coming down the stairs stands still, then pistol whip him. Now continue making your way up the stairs until you reach the main office, then steal some extra loot from the safe and try to complete the hack. The easiest way to do this is by setting all the panels to match the top of the thumb, then simply move each panel to the right one extra time as you go down the image. For example, you would keep the top panel the same, and the second panel you would move once to the right, the third twice to the right, and so on until you complete the fingerprint. Now head into the basement and use the blowtorch to cut through the lock. Now walk to the glass case to use a plasma cutter. For this I would recommend keeping the heat near the top of the bar, but not too close to the end to stop it from overheating. Now make your way back to the elevator to begin your escape. Go down the stairs and slow down once you reach this part because the guard might be patrolling. If he is, just wait until you're out of his line of sight, then climb over the wall and take a left at the stairs. Continue straight towards the end of the stairs and keep to the right as you approach the exit to avoid alerting the guards on the left. Once out of the compound, take out the guard next to the motorcycle so you can do a U-turn with it and head towards the helipad. Keep to the right of the helipad so you don't alert the guard, and then stay following this direction until eventually you reach the end of the cliff and drive your bike into the water. You should see sea mines, which means you're in the right direction. Continue swimming forward, and once you get far enough out, the cutscene will play. You should receive a good payout as a reward, and if you keep using this guide for future practice, you'll easily finish future attempts within 1 hour. This is my first time making these kinds of guides, so I'd really appreciate if you guys could drop a like, give me some feedback for future videos, and subscribe for even better content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you soon.